Hello, loves. Thank you for joining me for my new moon meditation, January 16th, 2018. This is a really potent new moon portal, as per usual. And I just want to start out by just inviting you to connect with your creative power, because you are such a magnificent incarnation of Source, and really, we are all such magical beings, and it feels really important for us this year to really embody and connect with the power of our creative potential. As we were created in Source's image, then we are duplicates, really, of that amazing energy, that incredible creative, creatrix, from which anything we want to manifest can come. So, because we have this insane power to create what we want, it's important for us to really be clear about what it is that we're actually here to do. And so this new moon is really potent for this because, there's a lot of reasons that I will explain. Firstly, we're on the cusp of two nakshatras. In Vedic Astrology, we talk about nakshatras are the 27 areas of the sky where the moon transits, and they're essentially subdivisions of the constellations. And so this particular new moon is right on the cusp of Purva Ashada and Uttara Ashada. And let me just bring up a little bit of info. I know most of it, but I just want to just make sure I touch on the most important. So Purva Ashada being these beautiful goddess energies, the 7 streams, this watery, flowing, creative energy. They are very nurturing and motherly, and they're known for their fertility and inspirational nature. So there's really a lot of that available to us right now, to connect with what is inspiring us, what is bringing the most abundance and fertility, and not just necessarily reproductive fertility, but the ability to reproduce or to produce and create, again, that creatrix energy, what we want and what we're birthing into reality right now. The next nakshatra that we are feeling the energy of is Uttara Ashada, and that one is a more masculine energy. It's a group. It's represented by not only by Ganesh. It is a very auspicious. Ganesh being the elephant god who removes the obstacles from our path and allows us to be more connected to Dharma, but also is really represented by all of the gods, because it's such a victorious center of the sky. It's this ability to overcome the darkness. These godheads come together to annihilate the asuras, the demons, with this beautiful practice they did called the Soma sacrifice, which I could go into a lot of detail, but essentially it is like this beautiful sacrifice where the gods receive the Soma from our practices. It's like we kind of trade. The gods, they can see that we have this beautiful ability to experience enlightenment in a way that they kind of don't understand, because they already are this pure energy. And so this beautiful sacrifice that we can actually ask for siddhis, for powers from the gods, and in exchange for their ability to experience what we experience when we have these amazing epiphanies and awakenings, because they're already awake, so they don't have to, they don't go through the same thing that we do with our human experience. They're already ascended, so it's kind of like this beautiful little trade. So anyway, that's a little bit about that. I don't want to get too far into that because it's not really related to what we're going to be doing today, but it is pretty special to think about. The fact that we're always striving to be like these godly beings, but really we're so incredibly blessed to be human, to experience the full range and to have epiphanies and awakenings and to be able to experience all of this beauty here on earth. The gods really honor that. They really do. So we have a lot to learn from each other. Anyway, so there is this beautiful opportunity to connect with groups. Again, the gods, this group of the Apas, and Purva Ashada with these feminine, female, fertile goddesses, and then with Uttara Ashada with these victorious gods who are able to overcome any darkness and bring light and align with Dharma. So we can really see this energy, this group energy that's available to us. And I actually did a little, I pulled a card. I love to play with the Kuan Yin Oracle. It's probably backwards on here, but it's the Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And I pulled this card, Sisters of the Rising Sun, and it's all about your creative potential within groups and really discerning what groups are really going to be in the highest and most aligned for you, listening to your intuition, knowing when is the time to work with others and when is the time to be on your own path. But, right now it really seems like there's this energy of like coming together, collaborating in creative ways, especially also with Venus. Venus right now is combust, so meaning really close to the sun. And that can be a little hard for any planet when they get really close to the sun, because it's kind of like they're burning. They're like burning up. They're so close to the sun. And so, we might be feeling a little bit of hardship in relationship right now. There might be some tension. There could be some things showing up that are ready to be cleared, an opportunity to discern and get really specific about who we want in our lives and like what are we trying to accomplish. Maybe boundaries, maybe there's some things around self-respect and like a renewal of self-respect that's coming up for us. Just a need to really take our power back and to no longer feel victimized by relationships or by even our own selves, possibly even relationships with our guides and with our higher self, and really actually allowing ourselves to receive more information, allowing ourselves to receive more assistance from our guides and the ascended masters and the goddesses and gods and all of these beings that are really here to help us, and at the same time being seated in self, being connected to the heart, and being led in sovereignty, because you are all of that. These are all reflections of you, of your truth, of who you are. And so this is just a beautiful opportunity right now to just keep getting more and more clear about who are the people that you want around you. Who are the beings that you want in your inner circles, to be working closely with, to be cultivating connections with. And what are your values? What's true for you? What is going to lead you down your highest path that is in alignment with who you are and what you came here to do? Because you're so special. We're all so incredibly special. And we all have our own unique vibration that we're meant to share. And so this is a time right now to really, really own that. And so this evening's meditation is actually going to be really simple. I was actually pretty shocked when I received the downloads and codes for this particular meditation. I usually have to write all of these things down and like kind of meditate with it for, some time. And I just kept seeing like it's just this really potent time for visualization, for envisioning and creating and letting go of what is no longer serving you in relationship, and calling on your inner Ganesha, your inner obstacle remover, to release and relinquish control. However, at the same time, really owning your ability to create your reality. It's like, it's such an interesting balance, right? It's like, well, okay, we surrender to the highest. We surrender to our higher self and to source and to Dharma, while at the same time listening to the call of our heart and acting so that we are creating and birthing what is the most congruent with divine will of love and light. So there's this letting go, but there's also this like really intentional action that we're taking. And it's such a fine line. It's such a dance. So calling on Ganesh to pave the way for us in these next couple weeks until the full moon, to really be clear about who the people are and the guides that we are wanting in our lives. So I'm going to chant to Ganesh, and if you know this mantra, you can chant with me. Later on, we will also chant more. This first one is a mantra that I received from one of my mentors, Dr. Vasant Lad. If you know it, again, you can sing it with me. Later, we'll be doing Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, and I will write that either in the description or the comments, depending on where you're watching this from. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And again, that is the bija mantra for Ganesh, and will remove any obstacles and clear your space and your being for the most graceful and easeful path forward. And between that, we will do a little bit of visioning and a little bit of just clearing space so that you can feel more grounded as you move forward. And then after the meditation, I invite you to just take some time to journal. Journal about what you saw, what came through for you, anything that was coming up for you, any feelings, any visions, whatever that may be. So just take this opportunity to just be with yourself for a little while and get clear about some of the things that I discussed thus far, so that you can really use this energy to its fullest. So just closing your eyes and finding a comfortable place to either sit or lay down. And just breathing. Breathing in and out. No need to change anything. Just watch the breath as it moves. Warm as it moves in the nose and into the lungs, nourishing the entire body with fresh prana, life force energy. This gentle prana moving in and out, warming you, nourishing you. And the exhalation, bringing that air out into the space around you, connecting with all of the other beings on this planet who also breathe that same fresh oxygen. The air element being this just beautiful, interconnected element that just moves through all of us. Reminding of us reminding us of our interconnectedness. And as you breathe, the nervous system calms down, the shoulders relax, and the entire body just feels soothed and held. And just receive this mantra as you breathe. Om Ganam Tva Ganapati Havamahe Kavim Kavina Upamashtravastaman Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatanaha Shrindannutibihi Sirasaranam Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurumedeva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Siddhi Buddhi Shakti Sahita Shriman Mahaganadipataye Namo Namaha Nirvignam Kuru. Again, bringing the attention and the awareness back to the breath. Just imagining yourself breathing in from the earth. So every inhalation, you're bringing in this beautiful, warm, red energy from Mother Gaia into your root, into the coccyx bone, the tip of the tailbone, the legs, all of the points of your body that are connected with Mother Gaia are receiving this beautiful, warm, red energy. And it is rising into the hips and the reproductive organs, the colon, up into the spine, the spleen, the liver, the lungs, up into the chest, the heart. The fingertips and the arms are filling with this energy. Your shoulders, up into the throat, and up into the face, the third eye. The brain is completely filled. Your whole body is being warmed by this really gentle, warming earth energy that just nourishes you and holds you. And as you breathe, it moves out the crown, out the top of the head, all the way to true source. Past the building you're sitting in, past the atmosphere, past the galaxies, all the way to your mother, your father, your source, you. And this beautiful white light of truth begins to spiral down at the speed of light, coming back down into your crown, igniting you and activating you, awakening codes of creative potential within you, moving into the brain, the third eye, into the pituitary and the pineal glands, awakening all of the sacred centers of the head, down in the face, the neck, the throat chakra, the space of creative expression and speaking your truth, down into your shoulders, your heart, your lungs, out your arms and fingertips, down the spinal column and into all of the nerves. Every single aspect of your being, whether I name it or not, is being filled with this light. The digestive organs, the kidneys, the colon, the small intestine, down into the reproductive organs and the hips, all the way down the legs and out the feet, all the way down your root chakra and back into Mother Gaia. So you are this beautiful conduit of heaven and earth. You are a walking miracle, bringing with you the ability to create heaven on earth. All of the things that you want, that you desire, your heart's deepest, most beloved imaginings are yours. They are yours. This is your destiny. And with that knowingness, I would invite you now to come into your heart and just observe the beauty of your heart. Experience the warmth. Even take your hands and place your hands on your heart now. And just thank yourself. Thank yourself for showing up into this lifetime. Thank yourself for saying yes to walking your path. For connecting with your guides and with your higher self, to connecting with the people in your life that are assisting you in moving forward. Connecting and thanking the beings that have been the most difficult. For sometimes those difficult relationships are the most important for bringing us into those newest and most upgraded versions of self, so that we can really understand ourselves and know how we show up when things get tough. There is always a gift. There's always a lesson. And allow yourself now, from this space of gratitude, to just fill your entire being with this gratitude, with this love. Allow it to splay out in all directions. This golden light from your heart, the seat of yourself, where the soul resides. And from this space of connectedness, gratitude, ease, grace, and peace, just take a moment to ask your heart to show you some of the relationships and perhaps people in your life that are really ready to be released, to move, that you're ready to move forward and let go of. And there may be some trigger around that, and that's okay. But just allow your heart to show you, with the least amount of judgment as you can, to just experience and see and feel into the relationships that are really ready to be either dissolved, ended, or changed in some way. What are the relationships that are really ready for an upgrade? And in this moment, I invite you to call upon your higher self to upgrade all of those contracts with those people to the current timeline. And you don't need to understand this in a mental way. It doesn't need to make any sense. You may see visualizations, you may see contracts being updated. It doesn't matter. But just ask your higher self and their higher selves to just upgrade the contracts to the current timeline. Today, January 16th, 2018, or whatever day it is that you may be watching this, all of these contracts with these people are now updated to the current timeline, dimension, and reality so that they are fully in alignment with where you are now. And you can take your next steps to move forward in the most alignment, whether that is an ending or a new beginning or more space, whatever that looks like. And just breathing and allowing this all to rewire in your nervous system, in your energy bodies, in your emotional, mental field, and even in your physical body as it's all connected. And for those of you who are sensitive, you may feel and have a sense for this shift, for this upgrade. An unraveling, if you will. And just trust that it's happening all perfectly, even if you don't understand, and even if this is very strange, and if you've never done this before, it's working. Just trust, trust, trust. Your heart knows the way. And this will continue to unravel and you will continue to reap the benefits of this practice without even having to think about it. So now you can just let that go and come back into your heart. And now we're going to ask your heart. I invite you to inquire about the relationships that are going to be most abundant for you. Which relationships are really nourishing your soul and really bringing in the highest and most easeful connections and really in alignment with your dharma, with your soul purpose. Ask your heart to show you now what relationships should you be focusing on, whether those are higher guides or beings in your life, family members. What are the relationships that are going to bring you into the next version of your path? And what are those projects, perhaps, even, you might see? Allow your heart to get really, really, really creative now and just show you what is your purpose here? What are you doing? And with who? What is 2018 bringing to you? What is your destiny for this next, even just this next few months? Things are moving so quickly and things are changing so rapidly. Really, it's just important to be with this present moment. So what's showing up for you right now? What is it that's speaking to you? What is your heart telling you? And thank yourself. Thank you so much for showing me. And again, taking a moment to call upon your higher self and the higher selves of those that you're seeking to be closer to and to collaborate with, and upgrading those contracts to the current timeline, dimension, and reality, so that you are clear of any sort of karma, calling on Ganesh to really clear those obstacles out of your way so that you can have the most congruent and aligned relationships that are really easy. No drama. Let's let go of the drama. Let's move forward together. All of those contracts are being updated to this timeline, to this place that we are in right now. So much love and so much light. Rewiring, repatterning, and remembering yourself. And again, this will continue without you having to think about it on a conscious level, so you can really just let it go and allow it to just keep upgrading, keep downloading, keep bringing you further into alignment. And as this continues to unfold, I invite you to join me in chanting to Ganesh, to just really bring this illumination into full fruition. Again, it's Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And we will chant together for a short while. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om. Om. Slowly bringing your awareness back to your breath. And maybe gazing down at your hands as you slowly begin to open your eyes. Coming back into your body, knowing that you will continue to upgrade these contracts and understand more fully what is coming and what is ready to be transitioned in relationship and in collaboration. And if you would like, I invite you to just take some time to journal now and just reflect on what you just saw and what you received, and let it unfold even further into your awareness. It's such an honor to be with you. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Namaste.